Picture yourself standing on a desolate ice field, where the wind cuts through layers of wool and fur like a blade through paper. The thermometer reads 40 below. The sun hangs low on a horizon that stretches endlessly white, and the nearest tree lies 300 miles behind you. In this realm of absolute scarcity, fire isn't just comfort, it's the thin line between consciousness and the eternal sleep. The Arctic explorers of the 19th and early 20th centuries faced this reality every single day, and the tactics they developed to coax flame from nothing represent some of humanity's most ingenious survival adaptations. These weren't the romantic campfires of frontier tales, but desperate, calculated acts of scientific precision, executed with frozen fingers and failing hope. When Robert Peary pushed toward the North Pole, and Ernest Shackleton's men huddled in their ice-locked prison, they discovered what indigenous peoples had known for millennia: animal fat burns with an intensity that wood cannot match in extreme cold. Seal blubber, whale oil, and walrus fat became their liquid gold. The rendering process itself was an art form, cutting the blubber into small cubes, melting it slowly in shallow containers fashioned from tin or soapstone, then maintaining the resulting oil as a controlled burn. The kjalik, that crescent-shaped soapstone lamp borrowed from Inuit technology, produced a flame so steady it could melt ice for water, while simultaneously drying frozen clothing suspended above. The wick, carefully crafted from Arctic cotton or dried moss, gathered during brief summer months, required constant trimming to prevent smoking. Explorers learned that a handful of fat could burn for hours, transforming a snow shelter into a survivable microclimate where temperatures might rise from lethal cold to barely freezing, a difference that meant everything. When supplies dwindled and matches became precious as diamonds, explorers fell back on friction fire techniques that required reimagining with Arctic materials. The bow drill method, ancient as humanity itself, became a desperate gambit executed with driftwood shafts and strips of leather bootlace. The challenge was profound. Wood must be dry, hands must maintain dexterity, and the coal must catch before freezing air extinguished it. Successful practitioners kept their fire-starting kit inside their clothing, against bare skin, ensuring the components remained warm enough to generate the necessary friction heat. They'd carve handholds into bone spindles, fashion hearthboards from the few precious pieces of dry driftwood, and create tinder bundles from charred cloth kept in waterproof pouches made from seal intestine. The most brilliant forgotten tactic wasn't creating fire, but actually multiplying its effect through environmental manipulation. Snow trenches, dug below the wind layer and reinforced with blocks cut from compressed snowpack, created natural chimneys that drew smoke while reflecting precious heat downward. Igloos, those mathematical marvels of interlocking ice blocks, trapped warmth so effectively that just a single, small blubber lamp could raise interior temperatures by as much as 60 degrees above the killing cold outside. Explorers learned to build their fires on platforms of flat stones, or, when desperate, on shields of green sealskin that prevented the flames from melting through the ice floor beneath. Every calorie of heat was, harvested, conserved, and multiplied through technique and understanding. These forgotten tactics, honestly, speak across time to every modern survivalist and bushcraft practitioner. The Arctic explorer's genius lay not in brute strength, but in adaptation, observation, and the stubborn refusal to surrender. Their lessons remind us that survival isn't about abundant resources, but rather the intelligent use of whatever exists. In our comfortable world, these stories serve as both inspiration and instruction, proof that human ingenuity, when tested by the ultimate extremes, finds answers written in fire and ice. If this journey into forgotten survival wisdom resonated with you, then please subscribe to Fieldcraft Chronicles and share this video with those who understand that the best teachers are often those who face the impossible and refuse to quit.